smile and you gotta pretend like that's okay.
Bigger than me.
Not that person no more, and I miss him, because sometimes I feel like a bitch.
Many of Black's stars seem to have it all: fame, fortune, and success. But behind the glitz and glamour, they were silently suffering from depression, addiction, and other mental health struggles. Their suicide attempts remind us that no one is immune to the pain of suicidal thoughts, regardless of their status or wealth. In this video, we'll explore the stories of several celebrities who bravely opened up about their suicide attempts. 1. Ken Griffey Jr. On November 21, 1969, in Donora, Pennsylvania, Ken Griffey Jr. was born. Ken Griffey Sr., his father, was a Major League Baseball player who also enjoyed success in the game. Growing up, Griffey Jr. was surrounded by baseball, frequently accompanying his father to games. His innate skill and love for the game were fostered by this early exposure to the sport. A brilliant baseball player in high school, Griffey Jr. was raised in Ohio, where his family had settled. He declined a college scholarship to the University of Arizona in favor of being chosen with the first overall pick by the Seattle Mariners in the 1987 MLB draft. At the age of 19, he made his Major League Baseball debut with the Mariners in 1989, and he soon established himself as one of the best young players in the game. In 1990, Griffey Jr. made his first of 13 All-Star teams and took home his first of 10 Gold Glove awards. As the face of the Mariners team and one of the game's best all-around players over the ensuing 10 years, Griffey Jr. he hit .304 with 56 home runs and 147 RBIs in 1997, and he was named the American League MVP. Before being traded to the Cincinnati Reds in 2000, Griffey Jr. played most of his career with the Mariners. With the Reds, he kept up his strong production and was named to multiple All-Star teams before he retired in 2010 at the age of 40. Sixth on the all-time list with 630 home runs, Griffey Jr. had an incredible career. He was well known for his smooth swing, spectacular catches in center field, and his standing as one of the most endearing athletes of his time. On the first ballot, he was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2016. Ken Griffey Jr., a former All-Star baseball player, attempted suicide in 1988. Griffey attempted suicide by ingesting more than 277 aspirins, according to accounts, but ended up in critical condition at Providence Hospital in Mount Airy, Ohio. Griffey gave depression, rage, and fights with his father, Ken Griffey Sr., as excuses for his failed suicide attempt. Griffey remarked, "It seemed like everyone was yelling at me at baseball, then I came home and everyone was yelling at me there." In reference to his unsuccessful attempt, "I became melancholy. I became irate. I had no desire to live." Outside of the field, Griffey Jr. was regarded as a loving family man and an inspiration to follow. He is still regarded as one of the most adored and recognizable players in Major League Baseball history. 2. Halle Maria Berry. On August 14, 1966, Halle Maria Berry was born in Cleveland, Ohio. She is the daughter of hospital attendant Jerome Jesse Berry and psychiatric nurse Judith Ann. She was raised by her mother after her parents divorced when she was a small child. Being one of the only black students in her school, Berry experienced bullying and racial discrimination during her challenging childhood. She overcame these obstacles to achieve academic success and win Miss Teen All-American 1985 and Miss Ohio USA 1986. After high school, Berry relocated to Chicago in order to pursue a career in modeling. She achieved success quickly, qualifying as a finalist in the 1986 Miss USA pageant. Her acting career began in 1989 when she starred in the television series Living Dolls. Berry's breakthrough performance was in the critically acclaimed movie Jungle Fever, which came out in 1991. High-profile roles in movies like Boomerang, The Last Boy Scout, and Warren Beatty's Bulworth came after this. With her portrayal in the drama Monsters Ball, Berry became the first African-American woman to win the Academy Award for Best Actress in 2001. This was a significant turning point for Hollywood's diversity and representation. Berry continued to take on difficult and varied roles in the 2000s, making appearances in movies such as Kidnap, X-Men, Die Another Day, and Catwoman. She has proven to be a versatile actress by switching between comedic, dramatic, and action roles with ease. In a 2007 interview, actress Halle Berry revealed that following her first unsuccessful marriage, she attempted suicide. When her 1996 marriage to Atlanta Braves baseball player David Justice failed, the actress told Parade magazine that she attempted to gas herself but changed her mind at the last minute. She said to the magazine, "I had an image of my mother finding me when I was sitting in my car, and I knew the gas was coming." In addition to her career in acting, Berry has been a vocal supporter of political and social causes. She has advocated for causes like pay equity, domestic abuse, and the dearth of diversity in the entertainment business using her platform. Berry, who is currently in her 50s, is still one of Hollywood's most well-known and acclaimed actresses. Her skill, beauty, and dedication to using her voice for good change continue to enthrall audiences. Halle Berry's reputation as a true icon of American cinema has been solidified by her groundbreaking career and fearless attitude. 3. Tina Turner. American singer, songwriter, and actress Tina Turner was born in Nutbush, Tennessee on November 26, 1939. Anna Mae Bullock was born. Turner started out in show business in the 1950s with the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. Her relationship with Ike Turner was turbulent on both a personal and professional level. Tina wrote about her physical abuse at the hands of Ike in her 1986 autobiography, I, Tina. Despite the difficulties, Ike and Tina Turner were one of the most well-liked live acts of the 1960s and early 1970s thanks to Tina Turner's strong vocals and energetic performances. River Deep Mountain High, Proud Mary, and Nutbush City Limits were a few of their popular songs. After divorcing Ike in 1978, Tina Turner began a very prosperous solo career in the 1980s. What's Love Got to Do with It?, Better Be Good to Me, and Private Dancer were among the hit singles from her successful 1984 album, Private Dancer. In her autobiography I, Tina, My Life Story, singer Tina Turner disclosed that she attempted suicide in 1968. Following a fight with her husband Ike Turner, Turner attempted suicide by swallowing 50 Valium pills before a show in Los Angeles. She maintained her position as the Queen of Rock and Roll by scoring numerous hits in the 1980s and 1990s. Despite her official 2009 tour retirement, Tina Turner continues to be a symbol of music, resiliency, and reinvention. 4. Richard Pryor. American comedian, actor, and writer Richard Pryor (1940–2005) is regarded by many as one of the most significant and innovative stand-up comedians of all time. Pryor was raised in a tough environment due to his mother's prostitution and her grandmother's running of a brothel. He was born in Peoria, Illinois. A large portion of the unprocessed, autobiographical material for his comedy would later come from this turbulent past. In the 1960s, Pryor started doing stand-up and soon became well known for his crude, unrestrained, and frequently contentious humor. He was among the first well-known African-American comedians to freely discuss subjects like drug abuse, racism, and sexuality. Pryor made the move into acting in the 1970s, appearing in several successful movies including Stir Crazy, The Toy, and Silver Streak. He also carried on performing stand-up specials, such as Richard Pryor, Live on the Sunset Strip, 1982, and Live in Concert, 1979. Richard Pryor attempted suicide in 1980 following a drug-filled evening. Pryor subsequently wrote, "By then, I was suffering from severe dementia. Trapped in a bizarre world where feelings are constantly changing." The late actor-comedian then made the decision to end his life by dousing himself in rum and lighting himself on fire. Even after battling drug addiction and health problems in his later years, Pryor remained a major comedy influencer until he retired in the 1990s. He is recognized by many as one of the greatest and most influential comedians of the 20th century, helping to establish the foundation for more daring and intimate stand-up. Pryor passed away from a heart attack in 2005 at the age of 65. 5. Mike Tyson. Born in 1966, Mike Tyson is a retired professional boxer who is considered by many to be one of the greatest heavyweight champions in history. Tyson had a challenging childhood in Brooklyn, New York, where he experienced poverty as a child and was exposed to violence and small-time crime at an early age. But when he started boxing training under the legendary coach Cus D'Amato, he discovered discipline and a purpose. At the age of 20, Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history when he became the undisputed heavyweight champion in 1987, after turning pro in 1985. Tyson, who was well known for his devastating punching force and commanding presence, ruled the heavyweight class in the latter part of the 1980s. Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champion, allegedly accused promoter Don King of controlling and abusing him, which resulted in his drug abuse, despair, and attempted suicide. In response to his drug issues and depression in 2008 to 2009, he said, "Hey, well, check this out. I was planning on killing myself." On the other hand, Tyson had a turbulent personal life. He had a number of legal troubles, including a 1992 rape conviction for which he was sentenced to 3 years in jail. Tyson attempted a resurgence following his release, but he was upsetly defeated by Evander Holyfield and other opponents. After he famously bit off a portion of Holyfield's ear during a 1997 fight, his career fell apart even more. Even after ending his boxing career in 2005, Tyson continued to be a divisive public figure. Over the years, he has been transparent about his battles with addiction, depression, and problems controlling his anger. Tyson's reputation as one of the most formidable and significant boxers of all time endures despite his ups and downs. In an effort to atone for his previous wrongdoings, Tyson has rebranded himself as an actor, podcast host, and cannabis entrepreneur in recent years. In the annals of sports history, his story continues to be one of both triumph and tragedy. 6. Fantasia Barrino, American singer, songwriter, and actress Fantasia Barrino was born in 1984 and became well known in 2004 after winning the 3rd season of the reality TV show American Idol. Born in High Point, North Carolina, Barrino had a challenging upbringing in poverty, with a mother who battled drug addiction. Barrino's raw talent and powerful singing voice were evident even at a young age, despite these obstacles. Barrino, then 19 years old, won American Idol in 2004. She then went on to release her platinum-selling debut album, Free Yourself, which featured hits like I Believe and Truth Is. Her successful music career got its start with this. Barrino put out more studio albums over the ensuing years, such as Fantasia, 2006, and Back to Me, 2010, the latter of which featured the Grammy-winning track Bittersweet. In 2006, she made her acting debut as the lead in the Lifetime original film Life is Not a Fairy Tale, The Fantasia Barrino Story. 2010 saw American Idol star Fantasia Barrino attempt suicide with a number of pills. Barrino acknowledged that her loneliness and trust issues were the cause of her attempted suicide. Barrino has been transparent about her personal struggles, such as being a victim of domestic abuse, an illiterate adult, and a high school dropout, in addition to her musical and acting career. She has, nevertheless, advocated for women's empowerment and education through her platform, inspiring others in the process. Fantasia Barrino's remarkable journey from a challenging upbringing to becoming an American Idol champion and a well-known R&B singer has solidified her place as one of the most gifted and inspirational performers of her. 7. Sammy Davis Jr. American entertainer Sammy Davis Jr. (1925–1990) was well known for his abilities as a comedian, actor, singer, and dancer. Along with Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Joey Bishop, and Peter Lawford, he was a member of the storied Rat Pack. Davis, who was raised in Harlem, New York, began performing at an early age as a member of his family's vaudeville act. He gained notoriety right away as a triple-threat performer with amazing acting, dancing, and singing skills. As a solo artist, Davis enjoyed enormous success in the 1950s, playing Broadway and Las Vegas as the featured act. In addition, he acted in a lot of movies such as Sweet Charity, Ocean's 11, and Porgy and Bess. On stage, Davis was renowned for his endless vitality and adaptability. According to the biography Me and My Shadow, on the evening of his marriage to Lorraine White, the renowned song and dance artist Sammy Davis Jr. made an attempt at suicide. When a friend convinced him to live, he allegedly tried to drive off a cliff and held a gun to his head. Subsequently, it came to light that Davis harbored feelings for the actress Kim Novak, but was prevented from being with her due to repeated threats of death regarding their interracial relationship. In addition to his work in entertainment, Davis was a vocal supporter of civil rights. Because he was married to a white woman, Jewish and African American, he experienced discrimination all of his life. He nevertheless advocated for racial equality using his platform as a celebrity. Davis remained active in the music industry until his death in 1990 at the age of 64. As one of the most gifted, captivating, and significant performers of the 20th century, he left an amazing legacy. 8. Donna Summer. American singer-songwriter Donna Summer, 1948 to 2012, was a major player in the 1970s disco music movement. Because of her multiple hit songs and albums that helped define the disco sound, she was dubbed the Queen of Disco. Summer, whose birth name is LaDonna Adrienne Gaines, was raised in a church where she began singing gospel music. After relocating to Germany in the late 1960s, she started a career in music, appearing in musicals and putting out her first singles. The 1970s saw Summer's real ascent to stardom. 1975 saw her achieve her first significant hit, Love to Love You Baby, which contributed to the disco craze's beginning. She put out a number of classic disco hits over the ensuing years, such as Last Dance, MacArthur Park, and She Works Hard for the Money. One of the most influential musicians of her era, Summer was known for her ability to effortlessly combine genres such as R&B, soul, and electronica with her powerful vocals and dynamic stage presence. She was the first artist to have 3 consecutive double albums debut at #1 on the Billboard charts in addition to winning multiple Grammy Awards. Disco queen Donna Summer attempted suicide in 1979 by jumping out of an 11-story window of a hotel in New York. She was talked out of it by the housekeeper when she entered. After the incident, Summer became a born-again Christian. 9. Rob Pilatus. German-born American singer and dancer Rob Pilatus was most known as one half of the pop duo Milli Vanilli. Important information about Rob Pilatus. Munich, West Germany was the place of his birth on May 8, 1965. At the age of 32, he passed away in Frankfurt, Germany on April 2, 1998. He and Fab Morvan formed the musical duo Milli Vanilli in the late 1980s. With the help of their breakthrough album Girl You Know It's True, which featured hits like Baby Don't Forget My Number, Girl You Know It's True, and Blame It on the Rain, they enjoyed enormous commercial success. But Pilatus and Morvan did not really sing on the Milli Vanilli recordings, as was discovered in 1990. The actual singers were not given credit. As a result, the group's Grammy Award was withdrawn, and their name was taken out of the credits. Pilatus and Morvan made an attempt at a resurgence following the scandal, but their success was not as great. Pilatus battled alcohol and drug issues in the years that followed. Rob Pilatus from Milli Vanilli attempted suicide multiple times. After the lip-syncing scandal that exposed the duo, he struggled with the aftermath, leading to several suicide attempts. Ultimately, he tragically overdosed on a potentially fatal combination of alcohol and pills in a hotel room in Frankfurt at the age of 33. 10. Jovan Belcher. American football player Jovan Belcher was a linebacker in the National Football League (NFL) for the Kansas City Chiefs. The following are important facts about Jovan Belcher. West Babylon, New York was the place of his birth on July 24, 1987. Belcher was a standout linebacker and team captain during his collegiate football career at the University of Maine. He spent 4 seasons playing for the Kansas City Chiefs after signing with the team in 2009 as an undrafted free agent. Jovan Belcher did attempt suicide. On December 1, 2012, Belcher fatally shot his girlfriend Cassandra Perkins 10 times at their home, then drove to the Kansas City Chiefs practice facility where he thanked general manager Scott Pioli and coaches Romeo Crennel and Gary Gibbs for their support. Belcher then walked away, knelt down and shot himself in the head in front of them. Belcher had been dating another woman named Brittany Glass for several months and had sent Perkins a text message saying he would shoot Perkins if she did not leave him alone. The couple had been arguing over custody of their infant daughter, money, and partying habits. Belcher told the Chiefs officials, "I have hurt my girl already and I can't go back now," before taking his own life. The murder-suicide was a tragic end to Belcher's struggles with his relationship and personal life. 11. Tamar Braxton. She was born in Severn, Maryland on March 17, 1977. She is singer Toni Braxton's younger sister. Tamar's sisters were in the R&B singing group The Braxtons, which is how she first rose to fame. In 1996, they issued their first album. She began her solo career in 2011 and put out her first studio album, Tamar, which became a hit record and got her nominated for a Grammy. Tamar has performed on a number of reality TV shows, such as Braxton Family Values, and her own spin-off program, Tamar and Vince. In addition to her music career, Tamar Braxton attempted suicide in July 2020. She was hospitalized after being found unconscious by her partner David Adefisio at the Ritz-Carlton residences in Los Angeles. Braxton later revealed that she had been struggling with depression and anxiety, which led to her suicide attempt. She detailed her struggles on Taraji P. Henson's Facebook watch show Peace of Mind with Taraji, stating that she felt like she didn't see another way out and wanted to die due to the stress and family pressure she was experiencing. 12. Jada Pinkett Smith. On September 18, 1971, in Baltimore, Maryland, she was born. In the late 1980s, Pinkett Smith first became well known for her portrayal of Lena James in the sitcom 21 Jump Street. She went on to have a prosperous career in film, starring in films including Girls Trip, The Nutcracker, The Bone Collector, Set It Off, and The Matrix Reloaded. She wed the actor Will Smith in 1997. The two of them have a daughter named Willow and a son named Jaden. The Smiths are renowned for sharing details of their private lives with the public. Pinkett Smith debuted the Facebook watch talk show Red Table Talk in 2018, which consists of in-depth conversations with her mother and daughter on a range of subjects. Jada Pinkett Smith shared her experience of contemplating suicide in her book Worthy, and in various interviews. She revealed that she struggled with suicidal thoughts, particularly when she turned 40, due to immense pain and depression. Pinkett Smith mentioned making plans for her own death, even looking for places where she could have an accident, to avoid her children thinking she had committed suicide. Her journey of healing included experimenting with ayahuasca, a psychedelic drug, which she credited with helping her overcome suicidal ideations and develop a new, intimate relationship with herself. 13. Kid Cudi. American rapper, singer, songwriter, record producer, and actor Kid Cudi goes by Scott Mescudi. Cleveland, Ohio was the place of his birth on April 16, 1984. Cudi first became well known in the late 2000s after his debut mixtape, A Kid Named Cudi, was released. This resulted in a recording deal with Kanye West's label, Good Music. In 2009, Cudi released his debut studio album, Man on the Moon: The End of Day, which became a commercial and critical success, launching him as a rising hip-hop star. Recognized for his reflective and emotionally candid lyrics, Cudi has received recognition for his open examination of mental health conditions like anxiety and depression in his songs. Kid Cudi has publicly spoken about his struggles with depression and suicidal thoughts. He has been open about his experiences, stating that he has dealt with suicidal thoughts for 5 years, and that there wasn't a week or a day that didn't go by where he didn't feel like checking out.